Why? Why? Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm glad you did because I've got something pretty great for you. And this is because... Let me try that again. This comes as a result of me not having anything to do today. I have no plans to go anywhere. I don't have anything to record. As a matter of fact, I am inundated with videos that have all been edited, so I have nothing to edit. And I thought that was something that I wanted. And it turns out I was going crazy. So I decided to just record a couple random videos. And this is one of them. So, this month, is the month of the 2-year anniversary of the channel. This started in September of 2019. And, there's a lot of stuff that I've done in that 2 years, which is pretty cool. But one of the things that I kind of wanted to do was to kind of pay homage to some of my older videos, the ones that I did make in 2019 before I took that little break and then started back up at the beginning of the pandemic. And so one of the things that I did was I took a Myers-Briggs personality test back in 2019. And I'm not going to do that again. And I should also mention that, Myers-Briggs and those kinds of personality tests are very fun, but you should not base your entire life around them because they are also very general for the express purpose of reaching as many people as possible. So I guess there's some science behind it, but you shouldn't take it all. You should take it all with a grain of salt because everybody's different and their motivations are different. So, that's a preface I should make note. But I'm taking a personality test. But this personality test is a little bit more geared to kind of my interests as a nerd. And I've seen this kind of going around Facebook and the various social medias out there, but it is this IDRlabs.com's moral alignment test. So it's originating with the Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game. The 9 moral alignments, which describe a person's moral and ethical outlook, have gained a cult following on the internet. What is your moral alignment? For each of the following questions, indicate how well it applies to you below. So it's a 24-question quiz that'll basically tell me what my D&D moral alignment is. So you've got the goods, the neutrals, and the evils. So I'll throw a chart, like one that I find on Google, on the screen, but you can see the alignments here. So you've got lawful good, neutral good, and chaotic good. And then those 3 descriptors apply to neutral and evil as well. So lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic neutral, lawful evil, neutral evil, chaotic evil. And they'll probably have descriptions of kind of what they mean. It's not... It's a whole thing. I don't feel like explaining it. Just look it up. I am not as upset as others when someone dies. It depends on the person, right? Because I can have a very visceral reaction about just anybody dying, really, I think, if they mean something to me. Be that a family member or a friend or a celebrity or a person in the media. I've expressed a lot of distress and discomfort around many of those things. So I guess it depends, but I think overall I kind of midway disagree. I think I can hold myself together for the most part, but I do get very emotional with death a lot of the time. So I often worry that I might behave inappropriately. I think I will semi-agree with that, and not inappropriately being situational, reading the room moments. I think maybe that's not true, but my anxiety tells me otherwise all of the time. I do not feel guilty when I hurt or offend someone. I'm gonna lower disagree on that. No, I'm gonna do neutral, because it's literally 50-50, because if I hurt or offend someone and they need to feel that, then I don't feel bad. But if I do something on accident, or I say something, or I, anything that I do on accident that offends somebody, I do feel guilty about that, and I try to apologize and correct myself when I can, but I'll do middle of the road there. I think it really depends. I do what I want, and I do not feel particularly obliged to anyone. I don't know. That's an interesting one. For the most part, I think I'll do like a soft agree on that, because for the most part, that did not used to be the way I was. And nowadays I'm a little bit better about like focusing on me and not being afraid to decline people because it's not the right thing for me. So I'll do a soft agree on that. No, I'm doing already. I keep track of sensitive information that can be used to hurt people at a later date. That's a hard disagree. I don't keep track of it. I do remember stuff, and that is not something that I do on purpose. That is just who I am, like what my brain is. It retains all of this information that I don't need it to retain, and it forgets all the information that I do need it to retain, and that's what happens there. And so if somebody says something and I have an argument for it based on something they've done in the past, I will bring it up sometimes. But that is not something that I actually keep track of. I don't do that on purpose. It just springs to mind, something triggers in my brain when somebody says something, and then I'm just like, oh, you said this. And I hate that about myself. I'll do a soft disagree. How about a soft instead of a hard? Because I do accidentally keep track of stuff like that. I don't use it to hurt people. I don't. Am I talking myself into a hole right now? Am I a terrible person? We'll see at the end of this test, I guess. Oh, this one absolutely is a hard disagree. I do not do that. I trick and con people if it is in my interest to do so. No, that's a terrible thing to do. I am intent on kindness and cooperation. Hell at it. I frighten others to get what I want. I am not a frightening person. I have been told sometimes that that some people find me intimidating, which is frankly quite strange. That I don't understand that, but I guess I'll do a soft disagree, because I don't try and intimidate people, but I guess sometimes because of that I do get what I want out of people. So I guess I wouldn't be tempted to use counterfeit money, not even if I were sure I could get away with it. Hold on. I wouldn't be... Okay, is this asking me... So if I hit agree, that means that I would not use counterfeit money? Because if that's the case, that's the one I want. Yes, that's what it means. So I would not ever use counterfeit money, even if I knew I would get away with it. Well, hold on. Maybe I'm showing my whole ass here. I could be showing my whole ass here, but like, money is inherently fake. Who cares? Destabilize capitalism. Okay. I often help others without expecting anything in return. Yeah, I'll do a soft agree. There are times when I do help people. I'm not gonna lie about that. Like, I will like put in a favor to get a favor later. That is not the core of why I do things for people. I think the core of why I do things for people is just to do things. But sometimes you play favors. It's just kind of the way the world works, unfortunately. Cheating isn't justified because it is unfair to others. Yeah. Just do things on your own merits, I guess. Just do things on your own merits and everything's kosher. I usually can't be bothered to help those in need. No. Soft disagree on that. I guess it depends on like what that means. Because like I'll volunteer and I'll donate and stuff like that, but I think like if I'm like walking and again this is me showing my ass, I guess, if you know, I'll be like walking down the street in downtown Seattle and kind of like walk past like people on the street sometimes, and that's, you know, that is unfortunate thing about, you know, being in a privileged position and seeing down is that like you have that luxury to kind of just keep going. And everybody's done it. Everybody's just walked past somebody in the street begging for money or asking for something, and it's an unfortunate thing. I think we can all be a little bit better about that, but for the most part, I try my best. Generally speaking, I'd rather buy myself something extra than donate to charity. Generally speaking, sure. I do both. But like if I have like $20 and like I see a video game on a storefront for $19.99, like that interests me, that I want, like, am I more likely to do that than donate to charity? Probably. But I do donate to charity a lot. So treat yourself sometimes, I guess. Others regard me as good-hearted and well-meaning. I think so. It's hard because I'm gonna, you know, fuck it. Doing hard agree. I think so. I've been told so. I agree with this. Thank you. Even if I were trying very hard to sell something, I wouldn't lie to get my way. I'll do a soft agree. So I worked in sales for a good chunk of time several years ago. And I wouldn't say any of it was lying, but it was definitely pushing things on people who didn't need them to maintain numbers. And I hated that, and I got out of there as quick as possible. So soft agree. Yeah. Helping others out by doing good deeds is its own reward. I would say a soft agree. There are times when when more could be, you know, welcome, but I think I do get a good feeling out of just helping and doing things. I am often worried that my actions are deserving of criticism. I have anxiety. Yes. I often forgive those who have wronged me, even if they do not deserve it. I'll do a soft agree on that. I've gotten way better about that in recent years. I used to no chances. Everything sucks. You're done. You're out. Cut. Bye. But I've let go of a lot of stuff in the last several years. I have forgiven. I have apologized. I have done a lot of that work. And so I'll do a soft agree on that. I think there are certain people and things that have happened in my life that I honestly can't forgive, because I refuse to forgive it. But for the most part, I have very much let go of a lot of past like grievances, and I'm very quick to let go these days. I only obey those laws and rules that seem sensible to me. We don't have to elaborate. I often have tender, concerned feelings for people who are less fortunate than I am. I'm not like... I'll do neutral on that. Sometimes I am, but like at the same time, it's just like I have a lot of stuff that I worry about with my own life, and I do not have the energy to worry about other people in that way. Like, I'm not some savior. Like, I can't save everybody, so why would I try? I don't have, like, I can't, like, my brain, I do think sometimes, like actively, my brain cannot take the energy in the spare area to think about it all the time. So I'm going to say neutral. I feel justified in doing whatever I can to succeed. I'll do neutral on this one as well, because there are certain lengths, that I would never go, regardless of what I get out of it. But I'll go pretty far if it means that I'm gonna get to where I need to be, where I perceive myself as needing to be. So, do another neutral here. I'm proud of myself that I haven't done a lot of neutrals. I think that's important for stuff like this. So, I have an excessive need for stimulation and I'm prone to boredom. As discussed at the top of this episode, very true. I had nothing to do except sit around, watch TV, and here I am recording a video because I just can't not. Interesting. Interesting they would ask this question. I feel called out. Or seen? Do I feel seen or called out? I feel called out. That's what I'm going with. When I see others acting carelessly, I think to myself, it's a matter of time before misfortune befalls them. Yeah, I do that. I'll do a soft agree on that, because sometimes I also act carelessly and I see people doing the same thing and I'm just like, fucking right on, go for it. But yeah, I will be like, that might not be the best plan for you in the moment. The way that I've always expressed myself is that if you are a person, you can do whatever the hell you want, as long as it doesn't impact others who are not consenting to the thing that you're doing. So that's my thing on that. So if you're acting carelessly, go for it. But part of my ability to do what I want is that I can internally judge you. I don't have to stop you. I don't have to tell you. I can just observe and judge, and that is my right as a human being. I use tricky plans and schemes to get my way. No, I don't. I've never schemed in my life. There was one time when I used to work at a store that has an electronics department with TVs in it. I had to work the night of the Super Bowl, and it was the Blackout Bowl, the one where the Harbaughs, the Ravens and the 49ers went against each other. And there was a blackout during I can't remember what part of the game it was. It wasn't halftime, I don't think, but it was during the game, and it kind of flipped the momentum of the game. But regardless, I had to work that night, and so somebody had opened and returned one of those TV antennas. You can get the over-the-air channels at the time. I mean, you still can, but this was the height of when TV was switching to digital, and you could get the basic channels if you had a TV antenna. That was when all of this kind of around the height of that happening. And and I was like, I want to watch the Super Bowl, and I was working with another person at the department who also wanted to watch the Super Bowl. So we grabbed the TV antenna that somebody had returned. It was open. Took it back out of the box, plugged it into the TV, and one of the TVs, one of the small ones on the bottom row, and tuned it to the channel that the Super Bowl was on. And so we would watch it and then take turns leaving to make sure that managers weren't coming. And if we saw a manager coming, we would signal, and then the person that was currently in the aisle would switch it back to the demo reel, sizzle reel input. And it was the most diabolical thing I've ever done, and it was amazing. So, soft disagree. How's that sound? Oh, you are 51.7% good, 30.8% lawful, making you neutral good. People who are neutral good are guided by their conscience and typically act altruistically, with only secondary regard for whether their actions are lawful or in line with cultural expectations or traditions. Neutral good individuals have no problem with what is lawful as such, and nor are they rebels by nature, but they believe in furthering kindness and good deeds through whatever means seem necessary to them. If fostering good means supporting an organized society, then that is what must be done. If good can only come about through the overthrow of the existing social order, then so be it. That's true. This is true. This is all true. For many who are neutral good, insistence on either lawfulness or rebellion is seen as detriments to or distractions from the greater goal of promoting true kindness in the world. I actually really like that assessment. Yeah. I am like right teetering on the edge of lawful good. But I think that's a pretty solid assessment. I gotta say. So yeah, cool. Anyway, yeah, I agree with that assessment. I honestly thought that I personally would trend a little bit closer to chaotic, but I guess I ride that line between lawful and neutral. I do fully believe, like, if the world could be a very good place by supporting organizations, sure, great, but I will burn the motherfucker down if I have to. That's that about that. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to be kind of doing more recreations of my early videos. I might do another hot sauce video. Who's to say? But yeah, thank you for joining me. You'll see more as September rolls on, as like a kind of a 2-year anniversary celebration. So thank you if you've been around for that long. Thank you if you are just now joining the channel and, you know, following along with me. Thank you also. I'm going to keep going as long as I possibly can because I love doing this. Clearly, I had nothing to do and I had to do this. I was compelled. So do the good YouTube things, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me I'm doing well. And if you want to know exactly when new videos come out, hit that bell notification and YouTube will tell you exactly when. And all this being said, I want to remind you, as always, to have a great life. Thank you very much.